Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. German conservatives under Friedrich Merz agreed a coalition deal with centre-left Social Democrats on April 9th, aiming to revive growth in Europe's largest economy. Merz conservatives will lead the government with the Social Democrats as coalition partners. Pressure to reach a deal has taken on new urgency as the government will take charge at a time of global turbulence in an escalating trade conflict sparked by US President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. Merz said coalition agreement his conservatives reached with Social Democrats was a sign that Europe could rely on Germany. And for more, let's talk to Thomas Sparrow, correspondent with our partners DW in Berlin. Thomas, what will be the government's most pressing challenges once it comes into office?
The most urgent challenge, no doubt, will be the relation to the United States, a relation that has been significant, very important also on historic terms here in Germany, but that has obviously changed since Donald Trump came into power in Washington. You mentioned already the tariffs, you mentioned already the policies that he has implemented, and those policies that are no doubt affecting Germany, especially as Germany is a country that has an economic development based on its exports. So undoubtedly for Friedrich Merz and for his government, the main challenge at the beginning will be to deal with Donald Trump in the United States. The strategy there is, on the one hand, to still foster dialogue, to still foster commitment, but on the other hand, from a European perspective, to stay firm and strong when the United States and Europe do not see eye to eye. But beyond that, it is clear that there are many other projects and many other proposals that the German government wants to implement, from strengthening defense spending, from increasing investment also in infrastructure, to having a much more stricter policy on irregular migration. Those are all policy proposals that the German government would want to implement in the next few years.
Okay, you mentioned Trump and relations with the United States, but to what extent is Germany looking to strengthen relations with other parts of the world, India, for example?
Well, you mentioned India, and India does play a significant role in the coalition agreement that was presented to the public. That's 146 pages with all sorts of proposals related to the economy, to policy, to social aspects as well. And in that document, the German government, the incoming German government, stresses that they would like to deepen relations with India on all levels, specifically to tackle global challenges like climate change, but also when it comes to international security. It's not only also India. Germany would want to deepen relations with other parts of the world as well, from Australia to countries in Africa. And that is also, at least what analysts point, a direct response to the idea that they cannot count on the United States as their only and main partner, that they have to basically foster relations with other parts of the world. And in that particular area, the incoming German government will try and build on what the previous German government did, which was to try and obviously foster deeper and better relations also with the government in India.
Okay, and how does the German public view this new government and this approach?
If I had to summarize it in one word, I would say skepticism, because while on the one hand, many in Germany do view positively the fact that that coalition agreement was agreed in relatively short amount of time, only around a month or a month and a half, and that's shorter than in previous occasions, there are many people that actually view skeptically that actually change can happen in Germany, that promised change will happen under the incoming government. That is something that we've seen from several polls in the recent days, in recent weeks, and that is something that the German government will have to deal with. Not only these proposals, not only all these different challenges, but also how to convince the German public that they can indeed trigger change when it comes to some of those challenges that we've been discussing here.
Thomas, thank you for joining us with those updates.